What if one of your employees files a claim stating that their chronic illness was the result of exposure to dust or a chemical they worked with? How would you begin to evaluate and address this type of claim? Well, there's a type of professional that can help you with this. They are known as industrial hygienists. I have found that many employers have heard about industrial hygiene but are not quite sure what industrial hygiene is or how the profession can be of service. In this episode, you will learn how an industrial hygienist can be part of your workplace health team. When we come right back.
Welcome to this episode of Workplace Health, Improving Employee Health and Productivity, with President of Workplace Health, Inc., Shanna Dunbar.
The discipline of industrial hygiene involves the anticipation, recognition, evaluation, and control of occupational health stressors. These stressors arise out of material use occurring in the workplace. For example, airborne dust and chemicals, noise, biological hazards, radiation, heat stress, and even ergonomic risks. All of these things can be evaluated, measured, and quantified with the right equipment and know-how. The professional that performs the assessment is an industrial hygienist. Now, even though safety-related injury costs are generally declining, costs associated with occupational health-related claims in the workplace that induce illnesses continue to rise overall. Having a properly managed industrial hygiene effort is one of the best ways to prevent occupational illnesses from occurring. Once you have the proper testing and evaluation, you can best respond and investigate the claim of occupational exposure and illness. As we know, illnesses can arise from a number of health risks. For example, you may have someone who works in a field that generates dust. That's pretty common. And having the proper industrial hygiene testing will indicate if this exposure is great enough to warrant adding a dust collector to the machine, which would lessen the exposure, or make sure that the employee has a proper respirator when using the equipment. So imagine that this employee who has dust in their work environment is also a smoker. If he presents with a lung disease, where did it come from? The dust in the air or the smoking? These are the types of questions that an industrial hygienist can answer, but only if the testing occurs before the claim of exposure. And let's say there is ample dust that is generated, the IH can actually help determine what modifications could be done to the manufacturing equipment to reduce the exposure. Maybe adding a dust collection system so that the dust essentially gets vacuumed away and into a collection bag instead of going into the air. So now you know a little bit more about addressing occupational illness and industrial hygiene. We will continue this discussion in the next episode, so stay tuned. Now go make it a great day.
Thank you for watching Workplace Health. For more great information, visit www.workplacehealthinc.com.